Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. So before I get into this recap review, I want to let y'all know that I am doing 3 total videos today. Of course, this is one of them. And the other one is going to actually be the last Black-owned business products that I purchased that I actually didn't think I was going to be able to do, but I'll get into that when I do that video. But anyway, and the other one is going to be a thoughts post, basically talking about certain things that have been going on in and around the nation, and also a slight update on the married guy and the side heifer, because y'all have definitely asked me to keep y'all updated on that. So yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. Y'all, everybody is at the event at Madani in the parking lot for the voter. I guess they're trying to make sure they have a good voter turnout. Y'all, oh my gosh, getting tongue-tied. But while they're out there, everything has already happened with Martell and the brother-in-law. They were just replaying what we saw last week. But anyway, of course, it gets brought up about Wanda being sanctioned from further events that have anything to do with Kimmy. And Kimmy is trying to explain that she did not say the word sanction and all these other things. And I'm just like, girl. Of course, Letitia is not understanding. And then she was like, well, so do I need to call you whenever and tell you that I'm bringing my kids? And she was like, sometimes. Like, I mean, girl, you know, certain events are not child friendly. Like, they will even have on the invites, do not bring children. Children are not allowed at this event. So, I mean, that's a given anyway. I just don't understand why it is foreign to her to just understand that that's not cool. You can't just sit up here and just invite people to events just because they know of them. That's not how this go. You ain't finna just pop up at somebody's event and then think they're supposed to be happy about it. Well, you just gonna take it and you're gonna deal with it. To me, that's the attitude she's giving. And I'm like, girl, it wasn't your event though. The problem that I'm having with Letitia is the fact that she's not understanding that that was not her event. So there is no reason for her to be all up in arms about anything because, again, it was not her event. But anyway, y'all, she got mad and upset about it and walked off. And her husband was like, look, for the record, I agree with everything you said. And, you know, he was just saying that he wishes that if there were people who were uninvited that show up, that there is a way that you speak to them or whatever. And so Kimmy was like, I don't care. Like, no, I'm sorry. I get it. I get what he's saying. Yet again, y'all, I cannot believe I've been pretty much agreeing with Marceau this whole season. But I feel like she greeted her in a, hey, how you doing? Out of common courtesy. But everything after that, especially when she got into it with Martell, it was just like, girl, bye. Don't nobody care about how you feel like anybody is being received, especially since you were not invited. Girl, I just can't. So anyway, let's continue on with this episode because I don't want to get in trouble by saying too much, but let me stop. Melody was in the recording studio recording a song. I think I've heard little snippets of it when it released or she played it on IG or something like that. When they put all the little stuff on it, it sounds pretty, you know, decent. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that. But anyway, her brother was there. She invited him to come by. And she was like, I'm sorry for leaving you in the wind like that, but, you know, I take it that you had a good time. And so he was like, got into it with your ex-husband. And it went left. I told him what the kids said, and he got mad and told me all these things he gonna do to me. And so, of course, she's like, why? Like, that don't even make no sense. If you were doing what you're supposed to be doing, the kids wouldn't feel that way and say that. Like, anyway, I understand that Melody wanted to have some time to herself, but the least she could have done was to text and or call her brother and the person's event that she was invited to, Destiny, and told them that she would not be in attendance. Not necessarily saying that she had to tell them why, but I mean, I understand self-care. She could have did that. Anyway, so within the same conversation, she was saying that, you know, this song that we're actually hearing right now, it's about Martell and everything that he put her through, and that he put her through a lot of mental and emotional abuse, and that it took her actually having time away from him to really notice those traits, those toxic traits, and know that those are not things that she needs to associate herself with, and that God would not be pleased and would want her to be unhappy like that and to be hurt over and over again by him. So she knows that this is the right move for her. So, I mean, I'm glad that she's getting herself healing and all of that good stuff, but she could have told somebody something through text, email, something. So Marceau is at the house and Letitia's mama is there because she is doing something for school. So she, you know, of course, needs somebody who's going to babysit the kids. And he was at work. So he gets home. She just cooked a nice southern meal. And eventually he sits down and he talks to Wanda. And she just starts going in because she was like, don't nobody have my back, and that's fine. And like, he was just trying to explain to her that you cannot do the things that you do and think that that is going to be welcoming. Ain't nobody here for it. The way that you act is the problem. And like, he even, like, towards the end of this part of the episode, he tried to tell her that like 90% of you is good, but 10% is pee, and that makes it a little bit intolerable. Like, she really be doing the most. I can tell that she tries to have good intentions when it comes to a lot of stuff, but she's trying to act like she don't understand. He had to tell her, your daughter was upstairs crying the other day because of you. And she was like, well, why didn't she come crying to me then? I'm like, girl, like, she had a response for everything. I'm just tired. She just thinks she does no wrong, that she should have been able to say what she wanted to say. She felt like when she was in that moment at the graduation party, that since she didn't know if she was going to see Martell in a while, that she should be able to say whatever she wanted to say in that moment and get it all out on the table right then and there. And he was trying to tell her no. Then she tried to throw in the, he called me the B word. Now, y'all help me down in the comment section. Didn't she tell him that he was acting like one, and he asked her, well, what are you acting like, or something like that? Like, I don't think he flat out just came and said that that's what she was. I don't know. But anyway, she just needs to go somewhere and sit down. And why? What kind of situation is this that your daughter ain't even at the house? Okay. You done brought at least one other grandchild over there. Why are you supposed to be watching their kid? They got like 3 kids. And she brought like a fresh baby. One of her siblings. I don't know how many siblings she got, but she got a grandbaby. I'm talking about fresh. Ain't no way this baby 3 months old yet. I don't think this baby 3-4 months old yet, and she had it at the house with her. And I'm just like, what is going on? But anyway, yeah, Miss Wanda need to understand her place. Didn't nobody invite you? Why you thought it was all right to just invite yourself? Or why is it that you don't understand that you need to tell your daughter, they didn't invite me, so I'm not coming? Like, the things that should be common sense ain't common to her or her daughter. So, again, Letitia gets it honest. The guys have decided that they are going to go camping, but I'm trying to understand, why is the cameraman zooming in on Maurice's behind leg, shoe, or whatever is going on? And I mean, like, he really was zoomed in. I'm like, why? Until he finally turned around, because he was reaching for a bag or something. He just had to zoom in on him while a whole conversation was going on. What was the point of that? I'm sorry. Let me get back to watching this episode. I just did not want to leave that out, because I know y'all know how I get. I forget stuff, and I be here for y'all in the comment section reminding me. But yeah, I really needed to understand the point of that. Somebody explain to me. Somebody from production get back to me and help me understand what he was zooming in on his back, his butt, his pants, leg, or his shoe for, because it ain't make no sense to me. So yeah, like I was saying, they are at this place where they are trying to secure camping equipment. and accessories or whatever, and Kimmy is there with them. Now, good thing she was there, because I feel like they didn't really fully understand how much they would actually need, despite Marceau saying that they're not glamping and he only is there to get him something to fight off animals. Nah, are y'all gonna cook? Like, I mean, you have to have certain things to cook with. You can't just drive up there and just think that everything is just gonna be hand delivered to you. Like, you ain't making no sense. So anyway, everybody's having little side conversations, and Martell told Kimmy that, he was sorry for how things went down at the graduation party, and that, he didn't mean for it to go that way and all of that. And then he was saying that when he went to the Madani event for voting, that it went left with his brother-in-law because of what was told to him. But she had to help him to understand that, divorce is hard for the two people involved, for the kids and the friends. So it's just a lot, the family, everybody. So yeah. Another side conversation was Marceau and Maurice talking, and Marceau was like, old boy dropped by the office the other day, and I know, him because of his affiliation with Martell, and he was talking about, asking me, was I still interested in doing these certain properties still? And when he told me where the property was, I was like, oh. And, it's the 47 acres. And so, of course, Maurice was even kind of looking like, oh, okay. And so he was like, I really want to do this. I know it's going to be lucrative and all this other stuff, but I don't want to get burned. So hopefully when they go on this trip, they will talk about it, and all of the grievances can be aired out at that time, and that hopefully it will not turn into some kind of foolishness, because y'all know how I can go left real quick. So the guys are together camping. Everybody is there except for Marceau. So far, the only person who drove the type of vehicle they should have driven was Martell. I'm sorry, I'm from the country. You supposed to have that if you gonna be in the woods. That's the kind of vehicle you supposed to have. What's going on here? Anyway, Maurice, ain't no way I would have had no Benz truck out there. Ain't no way. Like, y'all, anyway, I'm sorry. And I have always wanted a dually truck. I have wanted one for as long as I can remember. So I live for his truck anyway. So it just is what it is. And I'm referring to Martell's truck, just in case y'all don't know what a dually truck is. So anyway, I digress. But yeah, again, everybody is there except Marceau, and they are getting everything together, setting up their tents. Martell has an air mattress, and they trying to clown him for it. And he's like, I want to be comfortable. Say what you want to say. Do what you feel, but I'm going to be comfortable, and I'm sorry. I'm here for that. I died laughing, but I was like, shoot, I probably would have been the same way. It is completely different from just getting up off the ground versus getting up off of a bed, honey. Ain't nobody got time. So anyway, they talking. And oh my gosh, eventually nightfall happens, and they are wondering where Marceau is and trying to make it seem like it's just a thing that the Scots do, that they're just late. And so then he was like, let me call my brother. Maurice called his brother, and he is at the scene of an accident where he got hit, and then he in turn hit someone else and totaled out his car. Again, I don't even understand why he was on his way there driving that. I don't understand. Like, it's a luxurious car. It's a luxury, somewhat of a luxury vehicle. I think it's considered somewhat luxury. But it might be considered totaled out. So yeah, they had a picture of it that they showed, and I was like, oh, okay. They show was making it seem dramatic, like he got arrested. I don't know why they kept doing it. I knew it was going to be something else. But yeah. Y'all, excuse me. Y'all, it is raining. Something terrible here, so that's why I'm yawning. It is raining. I'm trying to fight the feeling of wanting to go to sleep because it's lulling me. For real. But anyway. So he ain't gonna be there. And so anyway, the remaining men are talking, and eventually they get on the divorce and all this other stuff. And so Dark wants to know whether or not he thinks they will be able to reconcile. So he like, no. And he really over here like, well, can you think there's anything you can do? Like, and I'm just like, we've heard this song and dance before. It's over. It's over now. What's going on here? What are you talking about? He said that, the reason why it's happening for real this time is because he kept cheating. The infidelity. That's the main reason. And he keep doing what he was doing. And he wasn't getting what he wanted. And I'm petty, but when he said that blues song came to mind. Y'all know that song? I'm getting what I want. I'm just not getting it where I want it from. I said I'm getting what I want. I'm just not getting it where I want it from. I was like, why? Oh, but anyway, y'all, I had to pause it because I was messing my own self up from even listening. But anyway, yeah, and so they were like, well, yeah, if you tell your partner, you communicate with them and blah, blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. He already said that she had improved in the bedroom. He was just still out here thotting and bopping. So we not finna sit up here and act like she just said, I hear you, but bye, and do what you gotta do. Anyway, he still is insisting upon saying that she cheated. I still don't believe that. I mean, I wasn't there, but I don't know. My ex used to say that to me, and I literally was going to work and coming home, waiting for him. Where is cheating happening? Like, he really tried to make it seem like I'm going out here screwing other people when I was coming home from work. What are you talking about? Like, so anyway, y'all, that's why I'm just like, man, just stop. Everybody loves to deflect. Yeah, so Sadar came out of nowhere talking about he kept hearing rumors of pregnancy and all this other stuff, and he felt like that reignited the situation that they heard about last season. And if this were true, I know my friend would tell me. And I'm like, do you really think you're that special? Do you really think you're that special? Apparently not, because he didn't tell none of y'all until this moment. So he was like, yeah. I don't like the fact that he tried to sit up there and make it seem like Melody was the one spreading the lie, which wasn't a lie. Because I remember when all this started unfolding and all these random places who never cared about this show, like ever at all, started reporting on this, which was very strange to me. But anyway, they were talking about rumors were swirling about her being pregnant, about Ariane being pregnant. And I'm just like, what is going on? And then he tried to say it's a lie. She tried to say it was a lie. She said she pregnant by somebody. At first she said she wasn't pregnant. Then when she started showing, she gonna try to say, oh, I'm pregnant by somebody else. It's not him. We ain't together no more. Then kind of find out she been everything that we found out from Melody was what it was. And he kept lying and she kept lying. I'm just like, why are you in the side piece lying? I'm not understanding. Anyway. I guess she's comfortable because, despite the money that she makes, because she's like a nurse or something, right? She's in the healthcare field. She do something. And, so she makes decent money. So despite that, him buying her vehicles, and I guess he must be paying bills and other things too, for her to just be comfortable enough, like lying for him, aiding with the lies. I'm just like, girl, why? So anyway. All that happened, and he was like, well, yeah, nobody knows except for y'all. I can trust that y'all ain't gonna tell anybody. And I'm like, pretty sure Maurice is gonna tell his wife. I know Sadaric finna go tell all the rest of Huntsville. He just comes off as one of those. I can't with him. He was one of the main ones in the group cheating, and I'm just like, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna do it, because every season I almost get there, but I'm not gonna do it. Y'all do it for me in the comment section like y'all always do. Come through for me. So anyway, Melody is at a pumpkin patch. She normally goes with the kids and Martell, but she just took the kids this year and they picked out pumpkins. And I'm guessing that the window that they chose to do this at had to be one of those times of the day where it's daytime and then all of a sudden 30 minutes to an hour later it's now nighttime. Because I was like, why y'all still at the pumpkin patch? But anyway, they did that, and then they had the woman who was doing the play and that casted her in the play to be the woman who got cheated on and basically live out and act out her life. They became good friends, and she met her there. She was talking to the kids about her divorce and how her child is going through this and has gone through this, and he lives with his father. And so I like how she was talking to them. And the second to last child, she is very, very bossy, and she ain't got no problem saying what's on her mind. She asked her how she felt about certain things. She was grunting and everything else. She was the only one who said that she wanted to be like live with her daddy. And I was like, why though? You know, it was because of the ice cream and the cookies that he was putting in the ice cream. But he sat up there in another scene and said, well, the only reason why they said that they want him, that man, to be their daddy is because I bet they over there giving them ice cream and cookies. But that's the same thing you doing apparently, sir. So you would know, wouldn't you? Oh, okay then. That's what I thought. So anyway, it's so hilarious. Like you did all this reading, but you do it. I can't. So anyway, I like how Martell Jr. was like, I just don't like how my mom cries and she's sad and all this other stuff. And so she was like, well, you know, if you see mommy like that, you should hug her. And Melody was in the middle of saying that he does that when he says, oh, I do that. I've done that before. And like, I was just like, y'all better support y'all mama. Y'all better support y'all mama. But it was a nice little session. I don't know what old girl is, Ima or whatever her name is. I don't want to, I don't know. I don't remember what it is. Ima or something like that. I don't know what she do, but if she don't do counseling, I'm gonna need for her to get on that, because she's somebody who I would love to have in my corner as a friend to vent to. So yeah. You could tell just even discussing it with the kids, Melody's reaction was like, okay, this is real. It is what it is. So yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much the episode, y'all. Next week is gonna be a mess and a half. Yeah, it's gonna be a mess. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this recap review. Please like this video. Thumbs it up for me, please. Apparently that does something, what I don't know, but whatever. Subscribe if you have not, and comment down below. I will see y'all later on for another video.